नित्यानन्देश्वर समारम्भाम् नित्यानन्देश्वरि मध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्तां वन्दे गुरुपरम्पराम्। इस समय हमारे साथ उपस्थित सभी दर्शकों और भक्तों का मैं प्रेम एवं आशीर्वाद सहित स्वागत करता हूँ। I welcome all the devotees, disciples, samajis, satsangis, sannyasis sitting with us all over the world at this moment through Nithyananda TV, Sadhana TV, Lotus News Channel, Janashri TV, and through two-way video conferencing, having Nayana Diksha all over the world. The city is sitting with us all over the world, having Nayana Diksha. Mattakkalappu Ilangai, Kilinochi Ilangai, Troy, Michigan, Tiruvanmiyur, Chennai, Colorado Springs, USA, San Antonio, Texas, Vancouver, Bhubaneswar, Hong Kong, Sirgari, East London, UK, Bangalore North, Devon, UK, Philadelphia, USA, Oman, Sivagangai, New York, Varanasi, Hong Kong, Sirgari, New Zealand, Adi Arunachalam, Wellington, New Zealand, Dubai, Vaidyanatham, Warrington, UK, Bogota, Colombia, San Diego, Tiruvalavai, Hyderabad, Guptakashi, Seattle, Chidambaram, Nithyananda Nagaram, Hyderabad, Singapore, Singapuram, Los Angeles, Arunachalam, Kuala Lumpur, Parani, San Jose, Madurai, Houston, Kalahasti, Toronto, Kailasam, Tiruttani, Dhyanapitham, Guru's Gate, California, Guadalupe, Rameshwaram, Enriching Temple, Bidadi. I welcome all of you with my love and blessings. Today I will expand on the sacred secret of the space and sannyas. The space you hold, how the space can ripe and get matured and leads you to sannyas. Please listen. Mahavira says, unless you assume the male body, you cannot be enlightened. And I am not attesting what he said. I will only explain the reason for what he said. The path in which he travelled and became enlightened, which he was teaching, needs a tremendous physical arduousness, tremendous physical strength, where you have to exert your body to the extreme, where it's like literally the concept of pain, pleasure, everything is forgotten. In Jainism, even now the tradition is you have to pluck the hair directly by the hand. You can't even shave your head. And you can't use anything other than ash to take bath or clean the body. So the path he went, the path through which he travelled and became enlightened, and the path he was teaching to others needs tremendous physical arduousness, physical exertion. So he thought women may not be able to go through this whole physical process. A physical tapas. That is the reason he might have uttered the word, unless you assume the male body, you cannot become enlightened. But I tell you one of the important sacred secret. Sannyasis are separate gender. Please listen. The male, I am describing different genders. The male, female, physiologically male but psychologically female. The gay, physiologically female but psychologically male. And transgenders. All these are different genders. The ultimate gender is transcendental gender, where the level of completion, the depth of completion reaches to your very biomemory. Please understand. The level of completion gets into your very level of biomemory, your very muscle memory and biomemory. Where you don't hold pride of being a male or female, where the fulfillment of womanhood or manhood happens in you. Your manhood or womanhood both reaches its peak and experiences completion. Your body radiating the completion to the level of biomemory is what I call transcendental gender. Transcendental gender. Sorry for the pronunciation mistake. Once in a while that village boy from Tirunnamalai comes out in his pronunciation and accent. The transcendental gender. Listen. I do not know the purpose, reason why Mahavira made a statement, unless you are in the male body, you cannot achieve enlightenment. But I tell you, unless you reach the transcendental gender, you won't reach the complete completion. Complete completion makes you experience the space of transcendental gender. And I tell you, the joy of being in the body, which is transcendental gender, is the greatest possibility, but kept away from humanity. Sometimes I feel that our masters have kept too many things as a secret. We lost much of our knowledge on materia medica. The Indian materia medica is the largest knowledge source on medicine. The Siddha tradition, Ayurvedic tradition. Ayurveda practiced in 7 different zones of India from the totally different understanding. Please listen. The Kerala Ayurveda and the Bengal Ayurveda has no connection other than the word Ayurveda. The whole principle is different, but both are very powerful. All this knowledge of materia medica And the knowledge about the alchemy processes, so many things got lost due to the concept of guhyam, secret. If it is sacred, it has to be kept as secret. No. No. It is time. It is time. We bring everything together and share it with the world. We bring everything together and share it with the world. One of the, many sacred secrets we lost it because of our secrecy idea, which is completely wrong. One of the important sacred secret we lost because of the concept of secret, keeping things as secret, is the joy of living in the transcendental gender body. Even the concept seems to be very new. If I speak to the modern day humanity, it's almost like I am proposing something which is impossible. See, if I propose human beings can start flying without any machinery, just like that, how people will look at me. That is exactly the way you guys are looking at me when I describe about the joy of living in a transcendental gender body. I know. It almost feels impossible. And because you so strongly cognize and believe it is impossible, deciding it is impossible looks very honest. Or accepting it is impossible looks very honest. Like Osho claiming celibacy is never possible. It looks very honest. But I tell you, the word is not truth. What he said is not truth. I know if he was alive in the body, you would have had a real good debate. He is worthy of having a debate. Please understand, debate should be held with a person who does not have vengeance. I may not want to have debate with U.G. Krishnamurti. Even if I had, it's out of the compulsion for the responsibility I am holding, and just to make him understand, not as a joy, but the debate with Osho would have been really a joyful experience. It would have been really like Shankara and Mandana Mishra's debate. It was such a joyful experience. It was not violent. That is why I see the scale with which they decided who wins. That's a very important thing. The Mandana Mishra's wife, she had a motherly affection to Shankara. She was almost in a position of the Mandana Mishra. Her name was, Mandana Mishra's wife name is Ubaya Bharati, alias Sharada. She had two names. Ubaya Bharati was her parental name and Sharada was Sannyas name. Ubaya Bharati, the husband Mandana Mishra one side and the son Shankara the other side. and she was also incarnation of Saraswati. So she puts a standard, who wins the debate? She says, whoever expresses incompletion first, they lose the debate. See, when you express incompletion, your body heat will raise. The flower garland you are wearing will wither away. Please understand. Always incompletion raises the body temperature. Whenever you are completing, you will see the body temperature will increase. Body temperature will increase. Any of the disease which was there inside you in the seed form will erupt out, like a pain or arthritis or skin disorders like psoriasis. All these will erupt out when you go through completion process. Because the body temperature will increase. Ubay Bharati beautifully says, whose body temperature increases, they lose the debate. Means you are expected to be in the space of completion and do your debate. If your body temperature increases, the flower garland will naturally wither away. Whose flower garland first withers away loses the debate. When your incompletion is awakened, you don't maintain your integrity to your logic. You speak just because you have to conquer. You don't speak to raise yourself to the next level. Understand? In India, we had a great system. Any master, if he can lead us to the next level, we are ready to follow him. We don't care whether he is a Hindu, Buddhist, Shakta, Jain, Tantric, Agori, Naga. We don't care about his sampradaya. If he can raise us to the next level, we are ready to go behind him. This is what I call integrated Sanatana Hindu Dharma. See the Indian history. Suddenly a Buddha, the most charismatic sannyasi ever walked on the planet Earth, walks on the earth. The whole Hindu Brahmins, Hindu kings get converted and leave Buddhism. Whole India vibrated with the truth, with that idea, Buddham Saranam Gacchami, Dhammam Saranam Gacchami, Sangam Saranam Gacchami. Then after he leaves the body, in 300-400 years, there is a slag. No other enlightened being to lead the people to the next level. They are all just stuck with some spiritual practices, concepts, theories, words, theologies, terminologies. Then comes Shankara, youngest spiritual leader Hinduism has produced. People saw that he is able to lead everyone to the next level. Immediately the whole India followed him. Please understand, it is wrong to measure us with the scale of organized religions of the Western traditions. In the West, the tradition is totally different. There, you just live with the one organization. In the East, please understand, we are given such a tremendous freedom. Our religion is built on freedom. That is why I tell you, we are the only religion going to survive next generation. Because the next generation's cognition is based on freedom. Freedom, choice, option. This is the mantra for the next generation. I tell you, I very strongly feel in next 20 years, this will be the status of humanity, state of the humanity. When you are 18, you will have the choice which country you want to live, which language you want to speak, where you want to study, where you want to do your job, which religion you want to follow, which gender you want to be. Please understand. By 18, you will have all the choices in front of you. The crash course on every religion. They will say, come on, have a crash course on every religion. In 6 months, then choose yours. And crash course on languages. We might have even developed a software. Just by downloading, you will be able to speak that language. Who knows? And we will also be having the option, come on, which gender you want to be. You don't need to be stuck in male or female gender just because you are born in it. You have a choice of surgeries. I tell you, when humanity reaches this kind of the wide variety of freedom, choice, options, the only religion which will survive this, the revolution of options, revolution of freedom, revolution of choices, that will be Vedic tradition. No other tradition, no other religion will be able to withstand this revolution of choices the humanity is facing. Whether you pick up a channel, if you sit in front of a TV, you have a remote in your hand giving 300 choices. If you sit with computer, you have such variety of choices. The modern day's largest practiced religion is choices. Freedom, options. This is the largest practiced religion in the modern day. The largest revolution in the modern day is choices, freedom, option. I tell you, only the Sanatana Dharma, the integrated Sanatana Hindu Dharma, only this can survive this revolution of choices, because it is built with this cognition. Only a building built to withstand the earthquakes will be able to stand after the quakes, after the earthquakes. Same way, only if the religion is built from the beginning with wide choices, options, varieties, it will be able to withstand the revolution which is happening and yet to happen. So please understand, when Shankara came, the whole India changed their mantra. Hara Hara Shankara, Jaya Jaya Shankara. Just few centuries after Shankara, when Nagarjuna came out, who was really able to make people experience the next level of consciousness, again the whole India followed. Buddham saranam gacchami, Dhammam saranam gacchami. When Ramanuja came out, again the whole India did not have any reluctance to wipe their forehead and put the Tripundra and start Namo Narayana. That was the way our whole integrated Sanatana Hindu Dharma was built. The only qualification we expect, whether this guy will be able to lead us to the next level of consciousness, next level of completion, next level of enlightenment, that's all. If that question is yes, we are ready to drop everything and just go behind him. Everything, symbols, temples, monasteries, traditions, way of eating, way of sleeping, way of living, way of thinking, way of dressing, everything is secondary for us. We only ask one question: can he lead us to the next level of consciousness? Can he lead us to the next level of completion? Can he lead us to the next level of enlightenment? That's all. If the answer is yes, come on, let's go behind him. If the answer is no, let us wait till that person arrives. That's all. I tell you, joy of living in the transcendental gender is the next breakthrough, next level of consciousness, next level of completion I am going to contribute to the world. This will be my unique contribution to the integrated Sanatana Hindu Dharma. You will see this becomes lifestyle. The completion should go to that depth in your being. All the parasite patterns melt away. They melt away to that extent you even forget the patterns of being a male or a female. You rest in the space of completion. You reside in the space of Purnatva. You reside in the joy of being a transcendental consciousness. As a representative of the oldest Sannyas order of integrated Sanatana Hindu Dharma, the oldest spiritual and religious tradition on the humanity, on the planet Earth. I tell you, living in the transcendental body is enlightenment. That is heaven. That is enlightenment. That is heaven. And completion is the path. Completion is the path to that heaven. That is the methodology to that heaven, technique to that heaven. Let you all achieve, experience, live, express, radiate, share and explode in eternal bliss. Nithyananda.
Nithyananda Dhyanapitham, Nithyananda Nagar, off Mysore Road, Bidadi, Bengaluru. Phone 08027279999. www.nithyananda.org. www.youtube.com/life